Will the audience please rise for the singing of the national anthem? Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
May the graduates please be seated. Good evening and welcome. I would like to give a warm welcome to the members of the Board of Education, Superintendent Hook, and Principal Jados. I'd also like to welcome the parents, family, friends, and supporters in the audience today. And finally, and most importantly by far, I would like to welcome Turpin's brilliant class of 2024. As we approach the end of our high school career, what I want to talk to you about today is change. Change is coming, and when real change comes, it should and it will hit you like a truck. Sometimes this truck is more of a party bus, but sometimes it is just a truck full of garbage. But regardless, the great thing about change is what it teaches you, because it is when you are smashed flat on the pavement that you find out who is meant to pull you up. I know that for a lot of you here today, the people who have pulled you off the ground before are sitting in the audience or perhaps graduating alongside you. And I know that anytime I have been smashed flat, it has been the Turpin High School community and especially the class of 2024 that has pulled me off of the ground. Now, we are ready for one more big truck of change as we move into our futures. I want to thank the class of 2024 for being here today so that we can be there for each other one last time. Thank you.
The seasons, they go round, and the painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on a carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came. And go round and round and round in the circle game. Then the child moved 10 times round the seasons. Skated over 10 clear frozen streams. Words like, when you're older, must appease it. And promises of someday make history. The seasons, they go round, and the painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on a carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came. And go round and round in the circle game. 16 springs and 16 summers gone now. Cartwheels turn to car wheels through the town. And they tell him, take your time, it won't be long now. Till you drag your feet too slow. some grandeur coming true. There'll be new dreams, maybe better dreams and plenty. Before the last revolving year is through. And the seasons, they go round and round, and the painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on a carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came. Let's go round and round in the circle game. Let's go round and round and round in the circle game.
Good evening. My name is Eva Thigi, and I am a proud member of Turpin's graduating class of 2024. As I stand here, looking out at all of you, the first word that comes to mind is pride. Pride in what we have accomplished, pride in the connections we have built, and pride in the people that we have become. If you had told my reserved freshman self that I would be up on the stage talking to you all today, commending our achievements, and actually making eye contact, I would have laughed hysterically, especially at the eye contact part. But with help from each and every one of you throughout the years, I am able to be up here today, confidently celebrating us all. When we started at Turpin, fresh off of the pandemic, there was no telling what kind of class we would become. We began as these awkward kids who had minimal human contact over the past year and had no idea what the next 4 years would look like. There were times I really believed that I would never grow out of that awkwardness, that I was doomed to forever be afraid to speak up in class, especially after the never-ending, embarrassing Zoom calls where you had to actually press the unmute button in order to talk. That was terrifying. But now I realize, to the shock of my freshman self, that sense of being the odd one out was not a unique experience. We all felt it. We all were lonely together. And strangely, it was this realization of communal loneliness where the compassion of the class of 24 really emerged. Over the course of these surprisingly short 4 years, we became comfortable enough with each other to stop limiting ourselves, to embrace awkwardness, to appreciate the opportunities at Turpin and the relationships that came with them. We've watched each other challenge ourselves, taking classes that are tough and seem out of reach, yet we thrived. We have seen some who are afraid to try out for the team become star athletes. We have seen others grow brave enough to answer a question in class. We've seen each other shining under the lights on stage, displaying art in the halls, playing an instrument, stepping up and going to office hours, willingly or unwillingly, going on to starting clubs, getting internships, and moving on to college, the workforce, or the military. And now we are seeing each other be confident in our morals and in ourselves. Confident enough to stand up for what we believe to be right. Stand up to classmates, to coworkers, to family and friends, and even to the world. At the end of the day, it was our culture of support for each other and our "it's gonna be okay" mindset that carried us to where we are right now. Not necessarily different people from who we were 4 years ago, merely trying to help each other stand ground, but now we are embracing our authentic selves and can stand a little bit taller on our own. It takes one person to start that chain reaction, to provide a space for people to live authentically and to hold them up along the way. Now, shaped by the connections and the experiences of these past 4 years at Turpin High School, we have a mission, a duty, a chain reaction to forge past these four walls we've been living in, to help others begin to stand a little bit taller too, wherever we end up. And it's not easy, especially not in the beginning. Just like when we started high school, we feared what the future might hold. But look at us. One by one, all 268 of us have supported, cheered on, appreciated, and elevated each other to help figure out who we are and who we can become. With this class's encouraging, be there for each other, brave attitude, we need to stand up as our taller selves. The world needs people who will show up for each other, and we are those people. Be the one who does not shy away from genuineness, who does not hesitate to uplift, who will continue to listen and continue to learn, and will be a pillar of strength for those around you, and in turn, continue to grow stronger. As I look at all of you together for the last time, I am sure that each and every one of us can be that one person in the communities we join, and one by one, we can create an everlasting chain reaction. Thank you.
All right, we're going to try something new here, so I would like everyone to please rise if you are able. Graduates included, please. All right, can we all please get a big round of applause? Thank you. I always wanted a standing ovation. All right, you guys can sit down. Good afternoon, class of 2024. Now, whether we like it or not, well, I'm sure most of us like it, we are finally done with high school, and we are ready to begin the next phase of our life. I know we all had different experiences at Turpin, different friends, different classes, different interests, but the one thing we can all say we got to experience were the amazing cookies at lunch. On a more serious note, this is the last time we will all be together. It's still pretty surreal when you look back on the times we had here at Turpin. Looking back on our freshman year, we had to worry about getting snatched out of class because one of our classmates contracted COVID. Well, I shouldn't say worry because most of us look forward to the potential 5 days off from school. But to think just 4 years ago we were walking into Turpin with our new COVID masks, terrified of every upperclassman, to where we are standing right here today is remarkable. It reminds me of a quote from a high school legend, Ferris Bueller. Life moves pretty fast sometimes. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. I love this quote because it seems like just yesterday we were only little freshmen, and now we are on one of the biggest stages of our not so young life anymore, celebrating an amazing achievement that every one of us will remember. But we will also remember the times we had here at Turpin. Most importantly, the people we got to spend these memories with. We have met lifelong friends and amazing teachers that have helped shape us into who we are today. Whether that was through sports, classes, projects, plays, or clubs, the classmates we played and studied with are what we will remember. Not the 9th grade health test we all had to take, but the people we failed that test with. That's what Turpin has provided us with. Not the paper diploma we will all receive here shortly, but the people and memories that will last us a lifetime. Standing up in front of all you today, reminiscing about high school, has provided me with a great lesson. Memories truly are the most valuable thing a person can have. They are a long set of chronological films that have documented your journey in life. We can learn from these films. We can cry from these films. We can laugh from these films. But at the end of the day, these films are still with us. They are what has got us here to this point right now. So whatever you do in life after this ceremony, create memories. Some will be bad, some will be good. But at the end of the day, when we lay our heads to our pillows, they are all that we have. So don't be afraid to take those risks in life. Go out and be you. Meet people to share your memories with. Live your life with love. Live your life for you and only you, and cherish these future moments. Going back to what my good friend Ferris Bueller said, life does indeed move pretty fast. We can now understand this. So through whatever we embark on after this ceremony, remember, life moves pretty fast. Cherish it, love it, live it, so that no one can say that we missed it. Thank you all, congratulations.
Good evening. My name is Andy Jados, and I am very proud to be the principal at Turpin High School. Throughout this school year, I've had the opportunity to talk and have multiple conversations with most of our seniors about their career aspirations. During these short talks, I found out a lot. A few of the interesting responses that I received were that students were considering or wanted to move forward with to be a kindergarten teacher, graphic designer, biomedical engineer, anesthesiologist, and international corporate attorney. However, my favorite interaction was from a student who told me they wanted to be a rocket scientist. I think we've all heard those jokes about, hey, it's not like you have to be a rocket scientist to whatever it might be. I thought the student was telling me a joke, so I thought I'd play along. And I said, well, you want to be a rocket scientist? I mean, where do you find a job if you're a rocket scientist? Student looked right at me into my soul and said, I don't know, Mr. Jados, NASA? Good point. That's why I wasn't a rocket scientist. So, as we gather today to celebrate class of 2024, we will focus on academic achievements of these graduates. However, I would like to first recognize students who plan to enter the military either through the ROTC program, entering an academy, or enlisting. After completion of high school, these students will go on to serve and protect our country. Would those students, their families, and any veterans or active members of the military please stand and be recognized? Thank you for your service. Finally, just one logistic item. Just a reminder, please make sure that we respect all graduates and their opportunity to have their name heard by their family and friends. To ensure this, please hold your applause until the end. It would be a shame if we took that moment away from many of our students. At this time, we will hear from our superintendent, Larry Hook. Thank you.
This mic is up high. Good evening. It's my great honor to have the opportunity to speak briefly to you as your superintendent. The Board of Education and I wish to extend our sincerest welcome and congratulations to all of the families, friends, staff members, community members, and guests. We particularly would like to wish and congratulate all of the mothers and fathers watching today as your son or daughter receives their diploma and closes out the first of what will be many important chapters in their lives. To the Turpin High School class of 2024, as was mentioned, your journey from your freshman year to this moment stands in stark contrast. You began your freshman year under a cloud of uncertainty that nobody could have predicted with the coronavirus pandemic. You persevered, and today you stand ready to launch yourself into your future. As you are about to begin this new adventure of your life, whether you're off to college, the military, or directly into the world of work, I want you to always to believe in yourself and your God-given abilities, regardless of what life throws at you. To emphasize this point, I want to mention a name to you, Michael Jordan. Now, I'm sure most of you probably know who that is, or at least recognize the name. In my opinion, my generation, he's the GOAT. The greatest of all time when it comes to professional basketball. There's a few of them out here. Yeah, there we go. I share this because recently I rewatched the docuseries about Michael Jordan called The Last Dance, and maybe you've seen that docuseries yourself. The series is a never before behind-the-scenes look at the Michael Jordan era and the six NBA championships won by the Chicago Bulls. After winning 3 straight NBA championships in 1991, 92, and 93, the unthinkable happens. His mentor, his confidant, his best friend, his dad, was brutally murdered. Michael Jordan was devastated, mentally and emotionally, so much that he walked away from the game that he just dominated. After a 2-year hiatus, he returned to the Chicago Bulls just in time for the playoffs in 1995. He plays okay, but the time off has impacted his game. Most sports writers, fans, and I must admit, me too, thought his best days were behind him. Michael Jordan was at a crossroads and had a decision to make. With the 95 season over, or he has a crossroad. Most players in the NBA take a long and well-deserved vacation after a season. Not Michael Jordan. The very next day he went to work, he made a decision. He couldn't change the fact that his father was gone. He couldn't change the fact that he failed in the NBA playoffs. But he made a choice to go to work every single day until the next season. He trained his body and he trained his mind. He dedicated the 1996 season to his father. And ironically, on Father's Day, 1996, Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls won their 4th NBA championship. And oh, by the way, they also went on to win the next year and the next year. The second three-peat in an 8-year span. Now, I shared this story to say this. You're going to experience adversity. I'm sorry, you're not immune. It's a certainty. It's called life. However, you get to decide how you're going to respond to those events that lie in your future. You get to decide what you will become. The next chapter is the most important one. And the reason is, you still get to write it. So wherever life takes you, as you leave this arena, remember, don't ever give up on yourself. And don't ever give in to those that say that you can't. To the Turpin High School class of 2024, greatness lies within each and every one of you. Congratulations, God bless, and go Spartans. And now it is my distinct pleasure to present to the Board of Education the Turpin High School class of 2024, who have completed all of the requirements for graduation by the State of Ohio and the Forest Hills Board of Education.
Anjali Raman, magna cum laude. Keith Allen Allred. Eva Allison Fiji, cum laude. Nikki Kaur Cyan, magna cum laude. Matthew Carlton Para. Allison Marie Fox, cum laude. Ava Carrie Nickerson, magna cum laude. Ava Elise Kaysen. Eleanor Elise Thuman, summa cum laude. Kendra Ayana Woods. Olivia Rose Mora, summa cum laude. Mary Catherine Spielman. Carter Thomas Breen. Maria Elizabeth Taylor, cum laude. Isaac Cyril Ackel, cum laude. Tessa Baldoff. Celia Marie Adams. Griffin Jason Karseski. Dima Ray Aleswid. Benjamin Malcolm Petru. Lucy Helen Allison. Aiden Keller Logan. Grace Kathleen Amen. Kai Alexander Behrens. Brendan Clary Arnold. Leo Gabriel Mink. Charles James Arnold. Kenneth Wayne Arrington III. Grace Lynn Asbury. Caleb James Bailey. Jackson Richard Barrick. Tyler Leland Barton. Cameron Jane Bailing. Garrett James Beinke. Nathan Thomas Bell. Ellen Marie Benintendi, cum laude. Dara Grace Berger. Amelia Marie Bernard. Owen Griffith Burnt, summa cum laude. Noah Chadwick Biederman, cum laude. Melena Susan Bigelow. Nina Ann Burke. Benjamin Charles Blacketer. Lily Faith Blankenship. Elizabeth Noel Blavitt. Brody Lee Blazer. Marceau Bonfils. Emmett Charles Bauer. Adelaide Jean Buckley. Miriam Oneida Rodriguez. Lucas Patrick Burke. Nathaniel Robert Burkhart. Jonah Benjamin Burns. Avery Lynn Burnworth. Matthew Nicholas Carpenter, cum laude. Richard Patrick Caraway, cum laude. Emma Colleen Chevront. Christopher James Sysick. Noah Cialino. Audrey Karen Sissel. Charles Stanley Clark. Sarah Louise Clark. Jace Michael Kogan, cum laude. Kelsey Marie Colglazer, summa cum laude. Macy Sage Courtney. Tyler Jacob Covington. Caden Zachary Cranfill. Nathan Mario Cruz. Jordan Edward Curry. Aiden Eric Davison. Dylan Joseph DeBoard. Madeline Linehan Deckard. Audrey Louise Dehan, summa cum laude. Victor Edward Denon. Evan Thomas Detmer. Nicole Marie Dewey. Abigail K. Dittman, magna cum laude. Kelly Jetting Doherty. Lauren Dornhagen. Paige Dornhagen. Jack William Doster, magna cum laude. Dylan Joseph Driscoll. Riley Elizabeth Dermott. Isaac Gale Eastlake. Drake Edward Elam. Preston Daniel Ellis. Isabella Joy Irvin. Samuel Javier Espe. Isabel Rose Fahrenkamp. Eva Marie Finnell. Fiona Saleh Finner. Liam Henry Ferguson. Maria Luisa Fernandez Hernandez. Lauren Ann Fedishin. Sawyer Paul Finn. William Paul Fleck. Lauren Lee Fullen, cum laude. Lillian Ashley Gillespie. Ellery Elizabeth Gorrit, summa cum laude. Connor Earl Gullett. Cheyenne Carol Gutierrez. Victoria Ann Guy, magna cum laude. Trace Douglas Haggard. Ian William Hahn. Allison Marie Hall, cum laude. Robert Connor Hampton. Preston Rose Hauke. Stefan Daniel Haynes. Jeremy David Heath, Jr. Colin Andrew Heltzer. Grace Aubrey Henning. Sophia Mariska Harrington, magna cum laude. Caleb James Herzog. Elise Rose Hewitt. Sarah Elizabeth Hill. Ava Madison Hitt. Denver Michael Hauk. Emily Grace Hovikamp. Deacon Wade Howland. Brooke Taylor Hubbs. Jacob Nicholas Hunter, summa cum laude. Maho Arola Ito, cum laude. Aiden Isaacs. Ashton Isaacs. Andrew Matthew Jansen, magna cum laude. Luke Andrew Gillick. Chase Alexander Johnson, summa cum laude. Natalie Ann Johnson. Griffin Michael Jones. Benjamin Michael Jordan, magna cum laude. Jack Clifton Jordan, cum laude. Morgan Paige Cass, cum laude. Emily Elizabeth Kaminsky. Emma Catherine Kern. Samandar Hyderov. Joseph Eric King. Elizabeth Kathleen Knowles. Stephen Daniel Kroger, cum laude.
Daniel Harrison Lafkis. Wyatt James Laminack, cum laude. Tin Trung Lee. Amelia Bryn Lacrone. Brady Scott Lent. Nicholas William Lewis. Kate Rose Leesky. Marceline Justine Lindenschmidt. Caleb Spencer Lind. Caitlin Marilee Lundrigan, summa cum laude. Preston Alexander Lyons, cum laude. Sydney K. Mack, cum laude. G. Elijah McKenzie. Brooke McKinley Malone, summa cum laude. Braden Joseph Manor. Frederick Douglas McLeod. John David McManus, cum laude. Vinuthi Ann Medithi. Thomas James Mering. Joseph Vladislav Miners. Alex Ricky Milam. Brody Michael Miller. Kara Marie Miller. Jacob Kenyon Montemore, magna cum laude. Lily Maureen Morielli. Ava Aleda Morsch. Kennedy Adair Mullen, cum laude. Brayson Kenneth Musto. Audrey Emily Chase Myers. Reese Sophia Nugebauer. Benjamin Thomas Mulvey. James Thomas Ayler. Grace Elizabeth Osterlund, summa cum laude. Spiridon Panesis. Bella Rose Pengallo. Allison Jean Pazakowski. Benjamin Michael Patek. Delaney Catherine Pearson. Stella Renee Pagoli. Alex L. Peters. Lillian Sophia Peebler. Thomas Jonathan Phillips. Christopher P. Pemanithis. Zane Timothy Wright Platner, cum laude. Bryson Prophet. Carrie Danielle Prophet. Jackson Clark Putman. Anastasia Marie Rackley. Hannah Grace Rader. Jacqueline Catherine Ramsey, cum laude. Megan Renee Randolph. Emily Marie Reckers. Stella Rose Reed. Nathaniel Dean Reddig. Hannah Caitlin Reister, magna cum laude. Grace Jane Ritzy. James Patrick Roberto, cum laude. Lily Ann Roberts, summa cum laude. Gabriel Joseph Rohr. Nicole Carmen Roma. Dennis John Rushi III. Gage Nicholas Rusk. Olivia Margaret Sanders. Lincoln James Shard. Casey K. Scheidler. Sophia Elizabeth Sciano. Addison Rose Schneider. Benjamin Allen Schneider. Benjamin Brian Schroeder. William Irvin Schroeder. Lillian Grace Schwab. Anahit Isabella Submergen. Gabriella Katrina Siebold. Casey Elise Sheffer, cum laude. Anna Rebecca Sievers, magna cum laude. Maklit Makta Siddhata, summa cum laude. Lily Catherine Smith, cum laude. Logan John Smith, magna cum laude. Aiden Fox Snowball. Trevor Jose Soto. Clarence Edward Sprecher. Lauren Adelaide Sticka. Alexander William Stotler. Kyle James Suter. Isabella Loren Sutphin. Mackenzie Ray Sweeney. Mitchell Henry Tamkus. Cameron Michael Teeter. Mia Kathleen Thibodeau. Gabriel Nathan Thomas. Will Mikhail Turpin. Connor Edward Tilford. Lucas Nathaniel Town. Morgan Elizabeth Travis. Nicolette Christina Trout. Anna Marie Turner. Griffin Richard Turner. Ella Louise Tuzun. Isabella Delenn Updike. Jacob William Valentine. Joshua Daniel Van Horn. Samir Verma. Sia Verma, summa cum laude. Nicholas Albert Vizachero. Ella Marie Waits, magna cum laude. Austin Kelly Ware. Emmett Clifford Warnken. Lexi Lily Weber. Daniel George Wessling. Bailey Russell Wheeler. Trey Justin Whitaker. Faith Brooklyn White. Courtney Catherine Williams. Lainey Maine Williams. Haley Michaela Lee Williamson. Stephen Alexander Willis. Brooke Marie Wilson, cum laude. Olivia Margaret Wilson. Xander Paul Winslow. John Murphy Withrow IV. Mickey Lynn Wolford, cum laude. Elizabeth Grace Woolenweber.
Thank you.
James Allen Young. Abd Al-Aziz Mohammed Youssef. Kyla Samer Zananiri.
Would the graduates please stand? Members of the Board of Education, Superintendent Hook, and Principal Jados. On behalf of the class of 2024, we proudly accept these diplomas. Graduates, please join me in moving the tassel from the right to the left. Please remain standing for the singing of the Turpin alma mater.
Hail to all that Turpin high, hail maroon and gold. Let the spirits carry on for both young and old. Spartans all are we, with steadfast loyalty. Friendships grow as memories flow from Turpin.